Thanks for joining us on the Midday News. I am Iroyin. Muslims are celebrating Eid al-Kabir festival to commemorate the willingness of Prophet Ibrahim, who was instructed by Allah to sacrifice his son Ismail before God intervened through his messenger and provided a ram for the sacrifice. The celebration marks the end of annual Hajj to Mecca, which usually witnesses gathering of friends and families as well as the exchange of gifts. The day signifies faithfulness, love, obedience, and sacrifice as demonstrated by the slaughtering of rams. The federal government had earlier declared today and Monday as public holidays for the celebration. And President Bola Tinubu says that the festival reminds citizens of the need to show resilience, tolerance, compassion, and dedication to the progress of the country. He noted that the period was a time to show gratitude to Allah for his countless mercies. The president called on Nigerians to reflect on the core values of sacrifice, devotion, and selflessness. Also, the Ekiti State Governor, Mr. Biodun Oyebanji, has rejoiced with Muslim faithful on this year's Eid al-Kabir. Governor Oyebanji, in his goodwill message, described Eid al-Kabir as the festival of sacrifice and joy for Muslim faithful. He urged the faithfuls to imbibe the core lessons of Eid al-Kabir and called on them not to relent in supporting his administration and that of President Bola Tinubu with prayers. Similarly, the Chief Medical Director of Ekiti State University Teaching Hospital at Ekiti, Professor Kayode Olabanji, has congratulated members of staff on another Eid al-Kabir. Professor Olabanji commended the staff for living up to expectation and advised them to continue to inculcate the spirit of obedience, faith, and sacrifice as exemplified by Prophet Muhammad. He expressed gratitude to Governor Biodun Oyebanji for the support given to the hospitals at all times. And the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has ordered tight security nationwide for a peaceful Eid al-Kabir. Egbetokun urged Nigerians to remember abiding and celebrate in an atmosphere of peace and unity. Also, the Ekiti State Police Command has deployed men across the state for Salah celebration. The Commissioner of Police, Joseph Eribo, directed the area commanders, DPOs, and technical commanders to deploy operatives to all strategic places of worship and celebration across the state to ensure there is no breakdown of law and order. Similarly, the Commandant of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, Ekiti State Command, Toma Enya, has deployed over 1,000 officers and men to ensure adequate security before, during, and after this year's Eid al-Kabir. Enya explained that breach of peace and any form of criminality would not be tolerated in the state. He assured residents of peaceful celebration. Also, the Christian Association of Nigeria (CAN) in the 19 northern states as well as the Federal Capital Territory (FCT) has urged political leaders in the country to address the nation's pressing challenges, including insecurity, economic hardship, and growing social unrest. The chairman of the association, Reverend John Ayab, in a statement, called on the leaders to be proactive and take impactful actions that will restore public confidence and heal national divisions. The association also called on Nigerians to use the occasion of Eid al-Kabir to pray for the peace, unity, and show compassion to the less privileged. Away from Eid al-Kabir stories, all street traders displaying their goods on roadside at BC and Erekesa markets as well as other places have been given a final directive to relocate to a Greek or local market before the 23rd of June or risk sanctions. Ekiti State Governor Mr. Biodun Oyebanji gave the order at a meeting with leaders of the markets and traders. The meeting had in attendance the Owi of Ado Ekiti, Oba Rufus Adejubi, and the Yeshorun Olori Bosede Adejube. BSS reporter Toba Babalola takes it from here.
Governor Oyebanji highlighted the importance of Ado as the capital of Ekiti State, said that the vision of the forefathers who fought for the state's creation was gradually becoming realizable, considering the significance of market traders to economic development of the state. He urged the constant market traders to align with the vision of his administration, adding that selling of goods on the roadsides was not healthy and safe for them. The governor said that a whopping sum of money had been spent to put the Agric Olokwe market to proper shape with the provision of necessary amenities as demanded by the traders.
As a government, we don't want to use force on those that brought us to office. And I'm happy and glad today that all of us have reached a consensus on the need for the traders to move to those new markets. And they have promised to move without force. So I'm so excited that we are able to reach this consensus. By the middle of this month, they will start to move to the market. We have built the market to their taste. We met with them. They told us what they wanted done in the market, and we have done it. We have provided water, toilet, security, warehouses, parking space, and everything they have scored. We have provided. If this one is done, it's going to encourage us to do more.
He unveiled government's plan to rehabilitate roads from Ojumoshe to Old Garage, First Baptist Church to Post Office area, Okenyimi to Mugbagba, Idolofin to St. Paul's, Junction, Odoado, while critical roundabouts and Fajuyi Park will be renovated for better outlooks. The area of Ado Obade Yemade Jugbe, who went down memory lane on plans to reshape Ado for a befitting status, urged the street traders to relocate to the appropriate market approved by government. Obade Jugbe said that necessary facilities had been put in place to make the market attractive and conducive for them to sell their goods. The Commissioner for Trade, Investments and Cooperatives, Mrs. Tayo Adeola, explained that Governor Oyebanji had been able to revive the Agric Olokwe market after several efforts by successive governments. She noted that the present government had provided a warehouse in the market to safeguard their goods, with those registered to be allotted spaces.
Everything is ready. We've appealed to them and they've agreed that they will move. Come 23rd of June, everyone, we shouldn't have any street traders, and enforcement will begin on that day. Hopefully, no one will run foul of the law.
The President General of Market Traders, Chief Abibat Ogunjobi, and wife of the Ewi, Iyeshorun Abosede Ajejugbe, noted that Governor Oyebanji had transformed Ado Ekiti into a business hub, calling on street traders to abide by the directive.
Adẹ ti mú sùúrù kò í tó. Èyí kì í gómìnà ṣe lẹ́nu ọdún méjì sẹ́yìn. Ṣé ni yẹ kí gbùjùbà ẹ̀ kárí kó? Èyí kọ́ dá lébẹ̀ nìkan bá ní wípọ̀ ọ̀nà gbọ́. Òun ní yẹniyẹni ọlọ́wà ti yẹ ẹ́ dáadẹ́. Àyẹ ká yí padà bá ní.
Traders at the market, however, resolved to comply as soon as possible. Toba Babalola reporting.
Ekiti State Ministry of Education has officially released the timetable for the 2025 examinations. The Commissioner for Education, Dr. Olabimpe Aderiye, explained that the placement examination through which pupils transit from primary to secondary school is scheduled to hold on June 12 to 13, while the junior secondary school certificate examination will begin on June 16 and end on 19. The secondary school SS2 Unified Promotion examination will commence on June 23 and end on the 1st of July. The Benue State government has issued a strong flood warning to residents in high-risk areas, urging immediate precautions in anticipation of heavy rainfall and potential disaster. The warning follows a recent forecast by the Nigerian Meteorological Agency, which identified Benue as one of the states most vulnerable to flooding in coming months. The head of administration at Benue Emergency Management Agency, who gave the information at a forum, added that the state government remains committed to ensuring the welfare and safety of the people. The National Association of Nigerian Students in Diaspora, NANS Diaspora, has urged the federal government to expedite amendments to the constitution to enable Nigerians living abroad to participate in elections. President of the association, Chris Fayomi, who made the appeal in Abuja, underscored the need for diaspora voting beginning with the 2027 elections. He reiterated the commitment of the association towards mobilizing Nigerian students and young professionals worldwide to support electoral reforms and ensure greater civic engagement from the diaspora community. A federal judge has temporarily blocked the executive order of President Donald Trump that will ban Harvard University from enrolling international students. Judge Allison issued the reinstatement order preventing the implementation of the policy, citing the potential for immediate and irreparable damage to the university. The ruling came few hours after Harvard filed an amendment suit accusing Donald Trump administration of retaliating against the institution for exercising its First Amendment rights. In a heartwarming display of community commitment, the children of the late Pastor Michael Adebamilayo Obishesan have honored their father's legacy by instituting a foundation that will offer scholarship to the best graduating secondary school students at Ogbara-Odo Ekiti. The gesture, which was part of the funeral service activities for the deceased, was also aimed at promoting education and empowering youth in the community. There was also a novelty match between Community High School and Omoileye High School in Ogbara-Odo Ekiti. BSS reporter Ademola Adeleke has the rest of the story.
During their visits to the secondary schools in the town, where they donated books to students, the children of the late Adebamilayo Obishesan said that the gesture was in furtherance of their father's legacy and love for education. Adekunle and Oluwatoyin Obishesan said that the Maobik Foundation would provide scholarships to outstanding secondary school students in the community.
What we intend doing is to give back to our community, and by starting from the grassroots. And when I say the grassroots, we started from the schools.
I will promise that the best graduating students in this school will train the person to the university level even after that.
Later, a novelty football match between Community High School and Omoileye High School ended in a lone goal in favor of Community High School. Trophies, medals, and cash were presented to the two teams and outstanding players' education. Cash prizes were also awarded to the best performing students in academics from both schools covering JSS1 to SS3 levels. Guest education, who included the chairman of the Football Association in Ekiti State, Mr. Oluole Oluremo, the Commissioner for Capacity Development and Training, Professor Patrick Tedela, and the Resident Electoral Commissioner for Ondo State, Mrs. Oluwatoyin Babalola, described the event as worthwhile.
They are promised that the two teams that played today, they will purchase a set of boots for the two teams. It's a lovely initiative.
He has contributed a lot toward the development of education of our sons and daughters in Igbara, and he has contributed a lot to the growth of sports, even within the community.
Because Daddy in his lifetime was a lover of education, and he contributed so much to the development of this town.
They said that the deceased made his mark during his lifetime. Demola Adeleke reporting.
That's the midday news. Thanks for watching. Good afternoon.
káàsán ẹ sì káàbọ̀ sórí ìròyìn ọjọ́ kan rí Kelechi David lóníròyìn. Àwọn mùsùlùmí ń ṣayẹyẹ Eid-el-Kabir láti ṣèrántí ìfẹ́ tí Ànábì Ibrahim tí Ọlọ́run pa láṣẹ láti fi ọmọ rẹ̀ Ismail rúbọ kí Ọlọ́run tó dá sí nípasẹ̀ òjíṣẹ́ rẹ̀ tó sì pèsè àgbò kan fún ẹbọ. Ayẹyẹ náà ń sàmì òpin hajj ti ọlọ́dọọdún sí Mecca, èyí tí àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ àti ìdílé tí máa ń fi ìgbà gbogbo fún ara wọn lẹ́bùn. Ọjọ́ náà ń ṣe àfihàn òtítọ́, ìfẹ́, ìgbọ́ràn àti ìrúbọ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ó ti hàn nípasẹ̀ pípa ti àgbò. Ṣáájú ni ìjọba àpapọ̀ ti kéde òní àti ọjọ́ ajé bí àyè ìsinmi lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ fún ti àjọyọ̀ náà. Ní báyìí náà, Ààrẹ Bọ́lá Tinubu ti sọ pé àjọ̀dún náà rán àwọn aráàlú létí ìdí tí wọ́n ṣe ní láti ní ìfarajì, ìfaradà àti àánú tó fi mọ́ ìtara fún ìlọsíwájú orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Ó ní àkókò yìí jẹ́ àkókò láti dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Allah fún àánú rẹ̀. Ààrẹ ké sí àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà láti ronú lórí àwọn iye ilẹ̀ yìí bíi ìfọkànsìn àti àìmọ̀tara ẹni nìkan. Ẹ̀wẹ̀, gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Bíọ́dún Oyèbánjí ti dọ́wọ́ ìdùnnú pẹ̀lú àwọn mùsùlùmí lórí ayẹyẹ ọdún Eid-el-Kabir ìtọ́dún yìí. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Oyèbánjí nínú iṣẹ́ rẹ̀ tó rán sáwọn mùsùlùmí ṣàpèjúwe Eid-el-Kabir gẹ́gẹ́ bí àjọ̀dún ìfaradà àti ìdùnnú fún mùsùlùmí òdodo. Ó wá rọ àwọn mùsùlùmí láti tẹ̀lé àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ pàtàkì ti ọdún náà, bó ti ké sí wọn láti máa fi àdúrà ṣe àtìlẹ́yìn fún ìjọba wọn àti ti ààrẹ Bọ́lá Tinubu. Bákan náà, dókítà àgbà nílé ìwòsàn ẹ̀kọ́ṣẹ́ṣègùn fásitì ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Káyọ̀dé Ọlábánjí ti kí àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ kú oríire ayẹyẹ ọdún Eid-el-Kabir. Ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Ọlábánjí gbóríyìn fún àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ náà fún jíjámọ́ àmọ́ṣẹ́ tó sì gba àwọn onímọ̀ràn láti tẹ̀síwájú pẹ̀lú ẹ̀mí ìgbọ́ràn, ìgbàgbọ́ àti ìfaradà gẹ́gẹ́ bí àpẹẹrẹ òjíṣẹ́ ńlá Muhammad. Ó wá dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gómìnà Bíọ́dún Oyèbánjí fún àtìlẹ́yìn rẹ̀ nígbà gbogbo. Wàyí o, ọ̀gá àgbà àjọ ọlọ́pàá lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí Káyọ̀dé Ẹgbẹ́tókun ti pàṣẹ ètò ààbò tó nípọn káàkiri orílẹ̀‐èdè yìí kí àjọyọ̀ ọdún Eid-el-Kabir lè kẹsẹ̀ járí. Ẹgbẹ́tókun rọ àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà láti tẹ̀lé òfin kí wọ́n sì ṣe ọdún pẹ̀lú àlàáfíà àti ìrẹ́pọ̀. Àjọ ọlọ́pàá ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì ti pèsè ètò ààbò tó péye káàkiri ìpínlẹ̀ yìí fún ti ayẹyẹ iléyá. Ọ̀gá àjọ ọlọ́pàá ìpínlẹ̀ yìí Joseph Eribo pàṣẹ fún àwọn ọ̀gá ọlọ́pàá lágbègbè kọ̀ọ̀kan, DPO àti àwọn yòókù láti kó àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ wọn sí gbogbo àwọn ibi ìjọsìn àti àwọn ayẹyẹ káàkiri ìpínlẹ̀ yìí láti rí dájú pé àlàáfíà jọba. Bákan náà, ọ̀gá àgbà àjọ ètò ààbò ara ẹni làbò ìlú NSCDC nípínlẹ̀ Èkìtì Thomas Ẹ̀yà ti rán 1,091 àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ àjọ náà láti rí dájú pé ààbò tó péye wà ṣáájú, lásìkò àti lẹ́yìn ọdún Eid-el-Kabir tọdún yìí. Ẹ̀yà sọ pé àyè kò sí fún dídòmí àlàáfíà ìpínlẹ̀ yìí rú tàbí irú ìwà ọ̀daràn èyíkéyìí. Ó fi dá àwọn èèyàn ìpínlẹ̀ yìí lójú pé àlàáfíà yóò jọba ní gbogbo àsìkò àjọ̀dún náà. Ẹgbẹ́ àwọn ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi nílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà CAN ní àwọn ìpínlẹ̀ 19 tó wà ní àríwá ilẹ̀ yìí àtolúlu ilẹ̀ yìí ti rọ àwọn aṣáájú òṣèlú lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí láti kojú àwọn ìpèníjà tó ń kojú orílẹ̀‐èdè yìí, léyìí tí ètò ààbò tó mẹ́hẹ, ìṣòro ètò ọrọ̀ ajé àti rògbòdìyàn tó ń peléke sí wà lára wọn. Alága ẹgbẹ́ náà ẹni ọ̀wọ̀ John Ayab nínú àtẹ̀jáde kan pé àwọn adarí láti jẹ́ alápọn kí wọ́n sì ṣe àwọn iṣẹ́ tí yóò nípa tí yóò sì jẹ́ àwọn èyí tí yóò jẹ́ kí àwọn aráàlú yé èrò ọkàn wọn padà kí wọ́n sì nígbàgbọ́ nínú wọn tí ó sì ṣe àtọ́nà ìrẹ́pọ̀ lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí. Ẹgbẹ́ náà tún ké sí àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà láti lo ayẹyẹ Eid-el-Kabir gbàdúrà fún àlàáfíà ìṣọ̀kan kí wọ́n sì ṣàánú àwọn tí wọn kò ní láwùjọ. Gbogbo àwọn oníṣòwò tó ń pàtẹ ọjà wọn sẹ́bà ọ̀nà láwọn ọjà Bísí àti Ẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀sán àtàwọn agbègbè míì ni wọ́n ti pàṣẹ fúngbà kẹ́yìn láti lọ sí ọjà Greek Ọlọ́pẹ kó tó di ọjọ́ 23 oṣù yìí tàbí kí wọ́n rí pípọ́n ojú ìjọba. Gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Bíọ́dún Oyèbánjí ewu tìlú Adó Èkìtì Ọba Adéyẹmọ Adéjùgbé ló pàṣẹ yìí níbi ìpàdé kan pẹ̀lú àwọn olórí àwọn ọlọ́jà àti àwọn èèkàn tí ó ń pàtẹ ọjà láàrin ìgboro èyí tó wáyé ní ààfin ìwé Adó Èkìtì. Ẹ jẹ́ kí àgbọ̀n tí gómìnà sọ.
láti gbà yọ̀ tún náà àlọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé owó yín ló fi kọ́ ọjà yẹn ìṣòwò mi owó Èkìtì state ló fi kọ́ ọjà yẹn. Ìgbà tí mo wá dé gbogbo kọmíṣánná mo ní kánò tó pẹ̀lú yẹn pé kí ló dé tẹ̀ ẹ̀ lọ ọjà yẹn ẹ̀dẹ̀ ní pé ẹ̀ lọ nítorí pé wọn parí ẹ̀ kò sí náà kò sómi kò sí warehouse kò sí security kò sọ́nà òjò máa ń ẹ̀rọ ṣe máa ń wà mẹ́ if I'm right mo ní pé tá a bá ṣe gbogbo kí ní ìwé ṣe ẹ máa lọ ẹlẹ́ ẹ máa lọ mo ní kọ́ lọ cost ìdíní ẹ wá after today's meeting tí bàbá dẹ̀ ti pa láṣẹ gbígbé kẹ kúrò báyìí àṣẹ kábíyèsí yẹn a máa enforce ẹ.
ẹ máa lọ bẹ aláìdí ni a wá báyìí níbẹ̀ nítorí àwọn tó kọ̀rọ̀ sí alẹ́ rẹ̀ máa lọ sí bẹ̀rẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn kaba àmọ̀ níbẹ̀ bá ẹ̀wọ̀n ọjà ṣáṣá ìwé àjẹ ọmọ ìlànà tẹ jájà bẹ́ẹ̀ dágún mẹ́rin ìdájí o ọ̀wọ́ alágún mẹ́ta mẹ́rin tẹ jájà sílẹ̀ bá mo gbọ́ pé ibẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti ṣí ìdògbò níbi tàdó wa níbi tàdó sókà rẹ̀ wà.
Iléeṣẹ́ fẹ́tò ẹ̀kọ́ nípínlẹ̀ Èkìtì ti kéde àkókò fún àwọn ìdánwò tọdún yìí. Kọmíṣánná fẹ́tò ẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀mọ̀wé Ọlábímpé Adéríyè sọ pé ìdánwò àti wọ iléèwé girama yóò wáyé ní ọjọ́ 12 àti 13 oṣù yìí tí ìdánwò àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ iléèwé girama ọlọ́dún kẹta àkọ́kọ́ yóò bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní ọjọ́ 16 tí yóò sì parí ní ọjọ́ 19 oṣù yìí. Ìdánwò ìgbéga àpapọ̀ fún àwọn ọmọ iléèwé girama ọlọ́dún kejì àgbà yóò bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní ọjọ́ 23 oṣù yìí tí yóò sì parí ní ọjọ́ 1 oṣù tó ń bọ̀. Ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Benue ti kìlọ̀ fún àwọn èèyàn ìpínlẹ̀ náà tó sì rọ̀ wọ́n láti kíyèsára lórí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ omíyalé tó ṣe ṣe kó wáyé látàrí bí òjò àrọ̀rọ̀dá ṣe fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ nípínlẹ̀ ọ̀hún. Ìkìlọ̀ ọ̀hún ló wáyé látàrí bí àjọ tó ń rí síṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ojú ọjọ́ lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí NIMET ti ṣe sọ wípé ìpínlẹ̀ Benue wà lára àwọn ìpínlẹ̀ tó ṣe ṣe kí omíyalé ti ṣọṣẹ́ ní àìpẹ́ jọjọ. Adarí ètò mímójútó ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ pàjáwìrì ní ìpínlẹ̀ Benue Donald Komagbenda sọ wípé ìkìlọ̀ ọ̀hún ló pọn dandan níbi ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀hún ti ní farajì sí ọ̀rọ̀ ìgbáyégbádùn àti ààbò àwọn aráàlú. Ẹgbẹ́ àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà tó ń bẹ lẹ́yìn odi ti rọ ìjọba àpapọ̀ láti tètè gbé ìgbésẹ̀ fi ṣe àtúnṣe sí òfin orílẹ̀-èdè yìí láti lè jẹ́ kí àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà tó ń bẹ lẹ́yìn odi lè máa kópa nínú ètò ìdìbò. Ààrẹ ẹgbẹ́ náà Chris Fayomi ló sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún nílùú Àbújá níbi ó ti sọ pé ó yẹ kí àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà tó ń bẹ lẹ́yìn odi lè kópa nínú ètò ìdìbò gbogbogbò ọdún 2027. Ó tẹnumọ́ ìfarajì ẹgbẹ́ náà sí ti ṣe ìtanijí fún àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó jọmọ Nàìjíríà àti àwọn akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ tó wà káàkiri àgbáyé tó jọmọ ilẹ̀ yìí láti gbọ́wọ́ ti àtúnṣe ètò ìdìbò lójúnà àti rí wípé wọ́n kópa tiwọn nínú ètò ìdìbò ilẹ̀ yìí. níbi ètò alárin kan ti ṣe wáyé níbi ètò ti ìsìnkú ti pásítọ̀ Michael Adébámiláyọ̀ Òbísẹ̀san ní àwọn ọmọ olóògbé náà ti ṣe àyẹ́sí bàbá wọn nípa gbígbé àjọ Malbic kalẹ̀ tí yóò fún àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ iléèwé girama tí ó múnádóko nílùú Ìgbàràdó Èkìtì ní ẹ̀bùn ẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀fẹ́. Ètò náà èyí tó jẹ́ ara àwọn ètò ìsìnkú olóògbé náà wà láti ṣe àgbéga ètò ẹ̀kọ́ àti ró àwọn ọ̀dọ́ ìlú náà lágbára. Ìdíje bọ́ọ̀lù apanilẹ́rìn tó wáyé láàrin Community High School àti ọmọ ẹlẹ́yẹ High School Ìgbàràdó Èkìtì. Oníròyìn wa Adémọ́lá Adélékè jábọ̀ròyìn pé nígbà tí wọ́n ṣe àbẹ̀wò sí àwọn iléèwé girama nínú ìlú náà níbi tí wọ́n ti fún àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ní ẹ̀bùn ìwé, àwọn ọmọ olóògbé Adébámiláyọ̀ Òbísẹ̀san sọ pé ìgbésẹ̀ ọ̀hún jẹ́ títẹ̀síwájú àwọn iṣẹ́ rere bàbá wọn àti ìfẹ́ tí wọ́n ní sétò ẹ̀kọ́. Adékúnlé àti Olúwatóyìn Òbísẹ̀san sọ pé àjọ Malbic ni yóò pèsè ìrànlọ́wọ́ ètò ẹ̀kọ́ fún àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tí múṣemúṣe wọn bá dá múṣemúṣe nínú ètò ẹ̀kọ́ wọn nílùú náà. Lẹ́yìn náà ni ìdíje apanilẹ́rìn kan wáyé láàrin Community High School àti ọmọlẹ́yẹ High School, léyìí tí Community High School ti fi ẹgbàá ayò kan na ọmọlẹ́yẹ High School. Ife ẹ̀yẹ àti ẹ̀bùn lóríṣiríṣi tó fi mọ́ ẹ̀bùn owó ni wọ́n fún ikọ̀ agbábọ́ọ̀lù méjèèjì fún bí wọ́n ti ṣe dáadáa. Àwọn agbábọ́ọ̀lù tí ó tún gbé fẹ́gbẹ́ gbà wò bọ̀ ni wọ́n tún gba ẹ̀bùn níbi ètò náà. Ẹ̀bùn owó ni wọ́n tún fún àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ti iléèwé girama láti ọlọ́dún kìíní àkọ́kọ́ sí ọlọ́dún kẹta àgbà ni wọ́n fún lẹ́bùn níbi ètò náà. Àwọn àlejò níbi ètò tó fi mọ́ alága àjọ tó rí sọ̀rọ̀ ààrẹ bọ́ọ̀lù nípínlẹ̀ Èkìtì ọ̀gbẹ́ni Olúwọlé Olówórẹmọ àti kọmíṣánná fún ètò ìrónilágbára àti ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Patrick Jedela tó fi mọ́ ọ̀gá àjọ elétò ìdìbò nípínlẹ̀ Ondo Olúwatóyìn Babalọ́lá júwe ètò bíi mánigbàgbé. Bákan náà ni wọ́n júwe olóògbé náà bíi ẹni tí ó jẹ́ pé ó nípa rere nígbà ayé rẹ̀. Ẹgbẹ́ agbábọ́ọ̀lù Super Eagles ti Nàìjíríà yóò kojú ojúgbà rẹ̀ tilẹ̀ Russia nírọ̀lẹ́ òní nínú ìdíje ọlọ́rẹ̀ẹ́sọ̀rẹ́ kan. Ìdíje náà yóò wáyé ní Moscow ní aago 6 ìrọ̀lẹ́. Bákan náà ni ilẹ̀ Spain àti Portugal yóò kojú ara wọn nínú àṣekágbá ti ìdíje bọ́ọ̀lù líìgì orílẹ̀-èdè náà. Orílẹ̀-èdè Spain na France pẹ̀lú àmì ayò 5-4 nígbà tí Portugal na Germany lẹ́gbàá ayò 2-1. Èyí ló pe ìròyìn ọjọ́ kan rí. Ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ní aago 7 nígbà tí a máa mú ìròyìn lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ wá sójú ìwòran yín. Ẹ káàsán.